Welcome back, everybody. It's High Score. We're here again, Finding Value Fantasy, here for the Bestball semifinals. Almost to the finals. We're 1 week away. Let's go. All righty. Hope you guys are all doing well. Gonna be hanging out. High Score today. Good time. One of my favorite shows to do, just because it's about, getting the high score, getting that top level score that's going to help you win. It's going to put you in first place. We need those scores for your best ball portfolio. You need them for your fantasy playoffs. You need them for your best ball playoffs. Whatever it is that you're doing, you need those high scores, just like Puka did on Thursday night. Apparently, Thursday night is the day where we see 40 burgers scored. Kind of crazy. Usually that doesn't happen. Usually it's like, okay, well, there's a couple players you'd like to have, but it's just weird that this year we get the intense overreactions or valid reaction to the big scores. It's pretty interesting. But anyways, here's what I got for this week. I was doing some housekeeping stuff, so sorry about the delay. We're going to start at 5:30, moved it to 6. I had to finish up some real life work. And then, I got here. It's a little bit late. So glad we're here. Hang out for probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe at most. Should be a good time. We're doing Pickems. Last week, Pickems hit. So that was nice. Had a nice Pickem yesterday. Almost had 2 Pickems hit yesterday. Those weren't posted or anything, but they did have the one that I did last on stream, the 3-pick. Smashed. Wish Slayton could have got there a little bit better, but I mean, he got enough for my Pickem, so that was cool. So got a few teams here. BBM not looking great, but that's fine. It's kind of tough when I have a T-Law solo team. A lot of the CMC teams, which I didn't really expect to be the case. This big board team's pretty great, though. We'll see if we can get it through. He's got a 40% shot. Unfortunately, there's another guy with Puka, but I have Stafford. McCaffrey, Cook, pretty much 2 running back team. And then receivers are pretty good, all things considered. We have 1 McBride team in our pod. Puka, Olave, Sutton. I guess there's more than 1 Puka team. I don't really recognize that. Let me go ahead and take a look at that again. Let me double check on that bad boy. So I did actually advance above expectation for the semis. So that's cool. Hopefully we can get one more team. 1 team in the finals. That's really all we want. If one of these teams makes it to the finals, I'm pretty happy. If I get 2, that's incredible. But we'll see. We do have a rookies and sophomore team that's not populating here. That has a shot. So we'll see. We'll see where we're at. This team I still feel like has promise. It did eat a pretty. Yeah, there was no Puka in that pod. But I feel pretty good about this team. I can't believe how it's just kind of survived like this. It's got solid running backs, T-Mac, Jennings, Downs, Puka, Pat Bryant, which I mean, it's not awful. The quarterbacks are good for a super flex. So this one I feel okay about. But yeah, Puppies might be dust. But I have some teams that look interesting. I mean, and like you said, it's not only Kyle Pitts teams that got through. That's not what happened last week, so you shouldn't expect that to be the situation this week where only Puka teams get through. There's going to be a lot of other teams that score well. Let me go ahead and show the last pick. The Husky team also has no I don't believe there's any. There's 1 Puka team, so I'm fading this team pretty big. But I do think this team's pretty good. I got Achan. Just hope I get a score from my other running backs, and then my receivers are great. Tight ends are pretty good. Maybe this team isn't as good as I thought it was. I think I was just hopeful that this guy's team would stink so I can sneak in on the Husky, but we'll see what happens there. But, we got shots on goal. If we get 1 team through, I'm very happy. With the volume I did, 1 finals team is, honestly, probably about what you'd expect. It's really hard to get a finals team. You could do thousands of teams and get 1 finals team. I believe I did. I'd like to go back and check. I did about 300 teams or something like that. Nothing crazy. I mean, obviously that's a lot for most people, but compared to the volume that is on the site, it's a pretty, mid-stakes amount, I would say. Even though for a lot of people that's a ton. So let's take a look. So I did 169 of 1 through 14 plus 80 plus 150 eliminators. Call it about 400-ish teams. I think is fair if you include the eliminator. So I did the most of what I did. 150 eliminators. That was the one big one I did a lot of. Okay, what's up, guys? Gail, what's up? What's up? Hope you did good in the quarters. FML 5 in my pod had Puka 0.2. Had Staff 2 had Stafford, 1 had Stafford, Nakua, Jason, Corum. Hey, all it takes is a few busts on that team. You can definitely sneak on through. What contest is that in? Is that your BBM pod? Bijan Jacobs hopefully plays, and Chase Brown. Hopefully those can get me to 80, 90. Oh, you're on DK. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of football left, man. There's a lot of football left. Really just like same as last week. It's like, okay, I don't have Pitts, but I have the T-Law 40. I have the ETN 30. Like, that's how you get the teams through. So, good luck. I only have one Puka team, which sucks. Because I was drafting a fair amount of him. But it just shows you, like, buy the dip on those guys. When they, like, fall, like, you just got to take those guys on your team. So, was there actually 4 Puka teams in my big board pod? I didn't see that. That's unlucky if that's the case. There is a lot of Puka teams. That's crazy. That's pretty unlucky. So I have my one Puka team in the big board, and there's 4 Pukas in there. God, that's annoying. What are you going to do? That's okay. Still got a good shot. The team is strong. So we'll see. 40% chance to advance. I have a couple pods with no Puka. Let's see what those are. I have a sprint Puka team as well, so that's cool. Yeah, my Superflex has no Puka, so that's promising, even though it's a little bit of a weak team since I lost like some of my best players. Rookies and sophomores, I'm safe, of course, and then everything else has a Puka team in it. These Hound Dogs, I'm still hoping one of them can get through. I mean, they got 13 and 12%, so those aren't too bad for the Hound Dog. I got some good. These are some like my strongest teams are in the Hound Dog for whatever reason. Caleb, Purdy, Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Javonte, Sean Tucker, JSN, DJ Moore, Judy, Downs, QJ, Pat Bryant, AD Mitchell. AD Mitchell feels great. Kittle Goddard. So a pretty good team there. So we will see how it all goes. But yeah, it should be fun. Excited to sweat these teams out. Hopefully get one to the finals, like I said. And we'll have a final sweat next week. And if we don't, we'll be talking BR. We'll be talking other people's final sweats, rooting for other people, and all that jazz. And then obviously playoff Bestball is, I've been doing quite a bit of it, but we're going to be talking more about it soon. I wanted to make some notes here. Let's see. Okay, making some notes for everything shortly. What's that, JT? Okay, I see. Mod already. Too many injuries to overcome my body, so it's all you to take one down. I will try my best, Mr. Christopher. Unfortunate, but yeah, that's the tough part about Bestball, man. I mean, injuries will always be on, and you could lose a lot of teams because of it. You could have no Kyle Pitts, and Kyle Pitts really hurts you, that kind of thing. There's a lot of things that could go wrong, so it's okay. It's always next year. And hey, you got BRs to look at. You got probably season-long sweats and stuff like that. So always cool to have other stuff going on. Good luck and all that too. But if not, just enjoy the games. Watch football. I mean, that Thursday night game was incredible. The bets aside, incredible game. A little bit of weird stuff going on in that game, but it was fun to watch. And that's coming from someone that was playing Puka in a redraft league that I care about a lot. I had JSN, at least he did okay, but Puka absolutely demolished that. Yeah, right, exactly. So that's kind of the way I would look at it, instead of like, oh, injuries. I'm just like, well, I didn't have Puka. Kind of was going to be really tough to get through anyways. But it's just hard, it's hard in general. The fact that you got a finals team last year is like way above expectation of what you should expect. Like, that's insane. Yeah, I mean, playoff drafts, right? Yeah, playoff Bestball is still here. FFPC playoffs, so much stuff like that. Yeah, Scatterboo is one guy I was so sad about. I think I had like 18% Scatterboo, but whatever. Not here to complain about it. It just sucks. Feel free to vent in the comments. It sucks. I feel it. Let's do some battle royals. But yeah, got some sweats. We'll see what goes on. We'll see if we can get one finals team through. We will update you guys on that, of course. Give a full recap of how the season went, ups and the downs. I could say I got a profit for sure, but in terms of like best ball profit, I don't know if that's going to be happening. It all really depends on this week for most people. The only ways you would have profited by now is if you hit a weekly winners team or you hit eliminators, stuff like that. Otherwise, there's pretty much no way you would have profited in most cases. If you only did Mastiff drafts and you already advanced them, maybe those you could do it, but otherwise, low chance there. Just the way that the payouts just kind of only skew to the last week, so that's kind of makes sense. All right, so. Yep, I had 60% Dobbins, 20% Scatterbo. Yeah, Dobbins was a solid pick too, I thought. I mean, he was great for a while. He probably would have continued to be pretty good for the whole season. Did not get hurt. What's going on? It's 6:25. This is usually prime drafting time. People aren't jumping in this thing. It's crazy. Yeah, same here. I had a Pitts team, but it sucked. So what are you gonna do? Scatterboo was one of the most sad things. I had him in like yeah, I mean, he's just like a good piece to have, right? Like a great piece to have. Cam, Kraft, London, MHA, major miss in that group. Got hurt a bit, but he just was. If MHA could have played with Brissett the whole season, then it would have been a little different. Horton was a good pick too. Just got hurt. Really sucks. Kraft was a smash. Scatterboo was a smash, obviously. Harvey not vultured, he would have had. Yeah, but he did take a few touchdowns. Yeah, Thielen, Mims. What were my worst picks this year? Probably like my worst picks were probably the cohort of like Miles Sanders, Tank Bigsby, Caleb Johnson for sure, had a good chunk of him, and probably a little too much of what's that guy's name? Yeah, Caleb Johnson, Tank Bigsby. Like it's painful because I was pretty much in on Javonte the whole time. Like I liked Javonte. I was like, my thought process was that we're gonna take James Cook and Bucky here. My thought process was just like pretty simple. Just like I didn't take a lot of JT. That was a miss for sure. My process was pretty simple. It was like, hey, I'm not gonna be. Oh, I lost my train of thought completely. We'll get it back. Got it. Okay. Got my train of thought back. Like my train of thought was I like Javonte as just like, hey, like this guy is just clearly going to be the starter of the team. Like he's a couple years from the injury. He could just be better now. And maybe that was a bad take. Miles Sanders is healthy. He could have been fine. And I'm not going to regret it too much, but I know if like I was not like overly influenced, which sometimes, it helps you in some ways, which a lot of times it does. And you should be like, you should have humility in like the picks you make. What are we gonna do here? Let's get I like this. Let's do this. Little AD Mitchell stuff going on here. Tyler Shuck. Yeah. Okay. So, like, you should have humility. Like, if you're overly confident, and it depends on the volume you're doing. If you're doing a decent amount of volume, like, you should never be overly confident on too many things and like just like block out noise. Just make your stands. Make your stands. Feel free, and you should. But like, I was like, I do like Javonte the most, but like most people are just like not in on him. They're like, this horrible pick. I'm gonna take Miles Sanders and Jaden Blue, and I did that, and I did it at a higher clip than Javonte, and Javonte just ends up being like the clear one you want there, which is, it is what it is. But if I was like picking out my perfect ownership, I would have probably had like at least 15%, 12% of him, but I ended up at like 8%, and that's just because I was, fading it. Same with ETN. I liked ETN the most by far. Ended up jumping on the Tank Bigsby and the Tootin stuff. Tootin's been okay, but like ETN's been a smash also. Like that would have really helped in my advance rate. Would have brought some teams through, I'm sure. So I'm just gonna think about that and like taking my and I brought my takes too. It's not like I just didn't actually think about the things I wanted to do. But in that case, I was like, okay, maybe I'm way off here, and I'm just gonna not take only Javonte or not take a lot of Javonte. Which was not correct. But, in other situations, I do get the benefit of it where it's like, okay, I liked, I don't know, Mike Evans, for example. I liked Igbuka as well, but like I just took Mike Evans, and I'm like, oh, I only took Mike Evans instead of Igbuka every time. That would have been hurt. That would have hurt your advance rate a lot. So ultimately, can't complain too much, but there's definitely some stuff that I would have, like, if you asked me early on in the season, I would have had a different exposure than I ended up with, and like that's kind of disappointing when you look at your exposure at the end. You're like, I thought I had like 10 of this guy, or I thought I had like 15% of this guy, and now I had 8. Definitely just or point for like the people that are massaging their exposures better, and I wasn't doing a good job of it. And that's not to say I don't still have a chance for a good season on the best ball. I got like 9 semifinals teams. Get one of the finals, run hot, and there's a profitable season. So it's just a little bit definitely makes you think about some stuff that I'm like, wow, why did I do that? Kraft was really unfortunate. JT was a smash at 60%. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like this stuff changes so fast. Like the best pick on the board becomes a pick you don't even really want that much because X, Y, Z happens, and it's intriguing, man. It's a crazy game. You have to get lucky. There's some luck involved for sure. There's some skill. There's definitely some skill involved. I think you're mistaken if you think otherwise, but the playoff advancement part is definitely a whole lot of luck. But, you know, if you identify a late round smash that ends up going off in the quarter semifinals, that's how you get the giga sick advance rate. Like the Laporta year, I had a lot of Laporta in all formats. He was like unowned in some contests, like not unowned, but like lower owned. He smashes in week 15, or I think it was week 16 maybe. And then I get like 7 teams to the final, like to the semifinals. I don't know which year it was, but I think I had like 4 bullets I had 4 chances to get a finals ticket to BBM, which like is pretty awesome considering the volume I do is like less than 50 every year or less than 60 every year. So that was pretty cool. Obviously didn't get the finals team, but feels good when you have that many bullets. Let's get Gibbs. Yeah, I think that's how you should be for sure. I would guess I probably double your volume, if not triple it. So that makes sense why we have different perspectives there. If I was doing, I don't know, let's just say like 50 drafts, you know, I'd have like 70% JSN or whatever. But when I do, 300, then it's like, okay, let me get 25% JSN, which is what I ended up having about around there. I think I had like 22% JSN, but I think I'm happy with. If JSN gets hurt week 1, like I'm like, God dang it. It's like this is a risk portfolio perspective there. Yeah, I think lower volume, you should be taking stands because you just don't have the coverage you want. Like, you don't have enough draft volume where like the coverage you want, like for the players that you're not going to have, it's not worth worrying about. Just get the guys you want to get. And that's what you should do. That's the most fun anyways. Like I don't like clicking, like I like clicking some people. The one thing I do like about the volume part of it, let me turn that speed a little bit, is because like I could get exposure to players I don't like that much, but because I'm doing volume, I get them at like, I don't know, like, hey, I'm gonna take Henry, but I'm only gonna take him in the 2nd round or the 3rd round or whatever. And like I get exposure to him, but I'm only taking him when he falls at the price I want to pay. That's what I like about that part of it. And you could do that, like you could fine tune that and scale it up to big. If you do 1,000 drafts, you can scale it up even more. That's one thing I want to work on, just like manage my portfolio a little bit better. But I'm not doing like the amount of volume where it's like quite as necessary, but it definitely wouldn't hurt. It's definitely not going to hurt. It probably would help me if anything. Because I want to be damn sure, like if I like a guy, I don't want to like open the cards up week 1 and be like, wait, I thought I had 25% of this guy. I have 7%. Like that is like tilting to no end. So, yeah. Last year was in DK final. Chuba and James Conner both sat week 17. Oh my God. Yeah, that was a weird year last year. But a lot of the smashes ended up like not playing the next week in the playoffs. Yeah, I got last year I had an MMG team and a puppy team. And I started off with the T. Higgins triple touchdown. I thought I was about to win it all. Did not get close, but I had a decent enough year. And then I had the big eliminator team that went really far, so that was nice. Okay, so my take here is I need to get more London, right? Okay, so let's get London. And I think we just go Bucky, and then maybe we get McMillan, Bryce Young, or something like that. I'm pretty heavy on McMillan. Like I have McMillan, offensive player of the year stuff. Like I'm in on McMillan. He just looks like he's an absolute beast. I just wish he got more volume, but he's awesome, dude. He's awesome. He's a good player. He can score touchdowns from distance. He did put up a big game a few weeks back for 29 points. Tampa Bay is about one of the the most friendly, passing team you can go against, I definitely want to have some of him. And I'm just kind of like, Bucks are my team, but like I'm not surprised at all if Panthers beat them and the Panthers ended up making the playoffs. Now they did Panthers did throw the bread a little bit because they lost to the Saints. I still think there's a decent shot that the Bucks ended up spiraling again. They lose this game. Baker's not playing that good. Igbuka's kind of not been as good lately, and it sounds like he's going to get his snaps taken away, which I think is crazy, but it is what it is. I like Igbuka. I have him in Dynasty too, so I'll be rooting for him, but it might not be too great the rest of the season. I'm probably going to bench him in Dynasty. I'm not sure yet. Yeah. Yep. Last year, advanced 37%. This year, like 18. Yeah. What did you have last year? I mean, James Conner, that's a good guy to have, right? Yeah, Pickens down the stretch has been so annoying. Bijan, JT, Cook. It's pretty spicy. Big on the Bengals this year. Sad how that turned out for all of them terrible picks. Yeah, that's just like, yeah. It's one of those things, just like this offense could have been amazing. It's like Burrow gets hurt. Chase has been great. Higgins has been okay when he's played. It's just weird situation because a lot of the Higgins and Chase were attached to Burrow, and Burrow, I don't think you wanted Burrow this year by any means. Year's not over though. Could still have a massive week, but it's just kind of a weird situation there. Pickens is here. I could have grabbed him, I guess. Let's go Bowers and Bryce Young next. I think I'm like gonna go pretty heavy on this like Saints Jets game. I want more of that game. Like I want AD Mitchell. I want some Olave. I think I really want that Jawan Johnson thing. I think he's like potentially could be the guy that bubbles up here in this spot at tight end. Always gonna take Jefferson at this price. I'm not gonna think twice about it. Just gonna take him. But yeah, there's some pretty interesting stuff down here. All right, let's see. Let's do an engage 8. Here's my beautiful Pickem that hit from the stream. 50 for 367. And yeah, I did another one, just the same play because I was trying to put the slip through. And then yesterday, I had a nice Pickem hit for this. That was nice. And then I almost got this one almost got through. Nailed Corum and Kyron. JSN just a little short. That would have been a pretty nice payout too. That would have been like $700. But can't complain. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, that was quite the game. I didn't really care who won, but playoff best ball perspective, I think I wanted the Rams to win because I wanted them to get the bye. But yeah, it doesn't really change that much really. Playoff best ball at this point. Most people are going to let the Rams fall, which I don't think is correct. We'll see. So here is a Battle Royale, and then I got Engage 8 coming up on the pipeline here. So make sure I'm dialed into which contest I'm drafting. I think the JJ McCarthy, the JJ stuff is perfectly fine. Igbuka's just, oh god, it's such a scary pick. Like Igbuka could just be the most easy, like the easiest no-brainer pick, or could just be like, okay, that was stupid. Like this guy is literally wide receiver 4 on the Bucks, and I picked him and BRs. Could definitely go either way. I think his ceiling is just kind of like nuked if he's gonna play less snaps. Sure, he can score 2 touchdowns, which he's done, and he could easily do. But I don't know. I think I'm done taking him this week. It's hard to say. But then again, it's like, why would you go away from him? He's like carried the team in a sense to like keep us in the mix for a lot of these games. A lot of the games we won, at least. I don't know. Interesting. All right, on the clock. James Cook and JMO. Let's just do some weird shit here. Yeah, game wall scroll feels great. And I wish, like, I would be jamming Pittsburgh tight end if there was just any sort of clarity of who it's going to be. Not for me. Not for me this week. Bo Nix feels like that Jags Denver game. I think I might have to take a stab on that one and take a little bit of that. Like, that might be my game stack, Jags Denver. That game just feels like kind of a no-brainer of like a game that could definitely, it's like, it could be a defensive battle by, you know, for sure. Let me get Lamb on this one. Lamb and Amon-Ra on this other team, the OG combo. But like, I just could very easily see that game being a little more interesting than people think it's going to be. So I'm just kind of into it in general. I think that game could be really fun. So I'm into the Jags-Denver game. It could obviously be a defensive battle. They both have solid defenses, but I don't know. I think that game could be really fun. And like, what's the total? Like probably 45-ish or something, if I were to guess. 47.5. So like, if that plays to the total, I don't really know. I don't really understand why they're fully undrafted. Like, they're just straight up undrafted. Myers is not 100% owned, or not owned much. T-Law's not owned much. BGJ is not owned much. Bo Nix is not owned much. Like, it just, yeah, that just seems like an opportunity for sure. Kind of hard to, like, maybe best to go Bo Nix unstacked, I guess. You could do Franklin, I guess. Maybe best to just be unstacked Bo Nix, but I still think it's good. Like, or do Bo Nix and like T-Law, or I don't know, T-Law just smashed last week. Bo Nix and Jacoby Myers or something. Maybe Bo Nix runs one in. You know, those kind of things definitely could work out. But I'm into that game for sure. Fan and I like it more than that whole group, to be honest with you. We're gonna get Jawan again. Or we get Bowers, I guess. I mean, we get Bowers. Let's get Bowers. Bowers, Gainwell, and then we'll hit the other side of that in a minute. Okay, let's get on the clock over here. We got Hampton. And let's get JJ, have some fun. Let's get a McCarthy stack going. McCarthy, and let's get Fan in here. Fan and JJ McCarthy. Stroud Nico stack. I mean, I don't think it's bad. I'm just a little bit concerned about the total of that game and what it could look like, where it's just like Houston's up 3 scores. If it's not Nico, Like, I don't know. Like, that could just be pretty ugly. If Nico doesn't get there, and it doesn't seem crazy for him to not score 2 touchdowns this week. Let's just take away one of those touchdowns last week. You're really disappointed. Only 3 catches. Is he going to have that conversion rate every week on a game that's probably a similar outcome where they just blow out the Raiders? Scale a bit scary, but I think if you want to go Stroud Nico, I would probably tack on a Genty or Bowers or Trey Tucker if you're on DK or something, but probably not Trey Tucker. He's been pretty much unusable, so maybe not. But Bowers or Genty seems like a good idea if you're going to play the Stroud side, because you want him to like keep pushing the ball a little bit. All right, let's go a different route then. Let's get Bo Nix or let's get T-Law and T-Law and BTJ. Very simple. Going back to the well on those guys. Now we're going to have some fun. We're going to get Metcalf and we're going to go Rodgers. Taking Metcalf over JJ makes me sick to my stomach. Hey, we're where we are now. So we're going to do that. Get another team going. BTJ. Beautiful. All right. Give me a second. I got to be right back really quick. I'll be back. We're back. Sorry about that. Had a call to take, unfortunately for you guys, but got it all sorted out. Just wanted to make sure everything was okay. It was an important call. So, anyways, we're back on the grind. Hope you guys are all doing well. I saw some people in the chat here jump on during the poop break. Sorry, Charles. Hopefully you're still here. If you're not, it's all good, brother. Good to see you. Awesome to meet you as well, my friend. Overset drafted Walker. Finally went off on Thursday. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I mean, Walker was so tilting all year long, dude. God, dude. Unbelievable. He's so, like, good, too. It's really weird. Herbert could be sneaky good. Dallas Smith. Yeah, Herbert, I mean, the problem is he's like, they're just, like, not throwing the ball because his arm is jacked, or his hand. But I don't know. Definitely done that before, but that's not what I was doing. Stacking the game could turn out pretty good as well. Yeah, I mean, if you saw the last one I was doing on my phone, I was getting some action on that game for sure. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's get the Shuck stuff going. Let's get the Jahmyr Gibbs. Do you just go 3 receivers deep here? Why not? Let's go London. No, let's have some fun. We're gonna go Fannin, and then we'll get one of JJ, one of these guys, and then we'll grab AD Mitchell with Shuck again. I'm gonna play that a lot. Like, I'm gonna give me the Shuck Olave, AD Mitchell. Give me the Shuck Olave, Jawan, AD Mitchell. Like, any sort of route that seems good. You could also do the Brees stuff. It's just such a weird. And he's got to be worth drafting at this point. Like 35.4 ADP. Like, he just hasn't had a good week in like forever, man. I don't know, but that game feels pretty fun to me. Probably grind for another 30-ish minutes or so here. Maybe like 40, maybe 40. All right, so Shuck, one receiver of choice with Shuck, and then we'll go, I mean, probably just JJ, like JJ Shuck here, and then get AD Mitchell at the end here. Yeah, that's where I'm going to go there. Okay, I'm not muted. I thought I was like, am I really muted? I just like scuffed this whole stream, but we're good. Good, muted. We're smart enough. Buffalo's been shut down virtually every tight end is number one against tight ends. I mean, when the whole offense is like 2 players, I'm not really worried about it. I did not realize they're number 1 against tight end, though. Is a good Nuggets for sure. I guess I kind of put it like in the sense is like if we're gonna be playing McBride against any matchup, I feel the same about Fannin, just because not saying Fannin's better than McBride, but I think Fannin is like just as important of a role on the offense, and obviously they suck compared. Their offense isn't as good, but like the percentage of targets that he gets is like upper echelon elite tight end level. So I just want to take him whenever. But I didn't realize the Bills were that good against tight ends. Let's see. Assuming I know Henry did nothing last week, that's for sure. Let's see about the week before. Just check in on this real quick. See if there's been any good scores against them. Bengals. So Gesicki went 6 for 86, but I don't even consider Gesicki a tight end, really. So let's see, week 13, they played against Steelers, and Darnell Washington did nothing. Did something. That's the only one that did anything. week 12. Let's take a look here. Week 12. Bills, Texans. Schultz, 1 catch. So, yeah. I mean, they're bad against the run. That's one I think I could say. I just don't even want to take Judkins early. All right. Can I pick 80 Mitchell? I do not think I'm going down to Mims, but I'm down to go. I just think the Denver-Jacksonville game's like pretty interesting. Like I think that's like maybe not grossly underdrafted, but pretty underdrafted. Like that game could be disgusting for sure. But I thought the Green Bay-Denver game was going to be gross, and it ended up being great. And I think Denver-Jacksonville is no reason that can't be decent. Softball should be good. Hey, Gesicki did good. I just said it. But like I said, I don't really consider Gesicki a tight end, so I'll give you a notch in your belt on that one. Or a notch in their belt on that one. I don't know. I just think Fannin is like the clear target in the offense. So like, give me 10 targets. Give me 15. Give me 10 to 12 targets. Give me 6 catches for 80 yards. That's enough. Like that's more than enough in this slate. And if he gets in the box, then like you're probably looking at the #1 tight end on the week, or close to it. So you're not asking for much from a tight end. So that's why I'm not really that concerned about it, especially with his target share. You don't need a winner at tight end always. Like in that case, you just would take McBride every time, and I don't think that's like correct or anything. It's good, but it's not like correct. You need a tight end that's not going to kill you, and then a chance of upside. I think Fannin checks those boxes. Let's go Amon-Ra. Let's get a fullback dive going here. What do you like this week, Charles? What you got this week? What's your favorite plays? Verify location error, classic. The tale is all the time. Stack that game up, dude. Have a little bit of fun. Metcalf, Gainwell, Goff. Let's have some fun. Bijan 101 have to have one of 2 of Nico Olave Sutton. I think the Sutton play is pretty nice. Like I think Bo Nix or T-Law feel good. Like I'm shocked T-Law isn't higher. Like with the way people used to react a little bit like to recency bias. Like I'm like T-Law off a 40 bomb. I guess it's just they're scared of the matchup. But I don't know. That feels. And I don't think he's gonna get anywhere close to 40. But like that feels pretty interesting to me. Right to the Fannin well here. I'm like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think I'm kind of like soft fading the Bengals. Like, I'm gonna take some T Higgins and stuff, but like, I kind of want to just like soft fade them. I don't know. I'm like not. They just laid an absolute egg against the Ravens, like just the biggest egg. Chase did good, right? But like, the mojo, it's fucking pretty ugly, man. I don't know. It's not something I'm not like dying to get into it, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I'm gonna take some Chase, take some Higgins with Burrow, but I'm not gonna have a lot. I'll probably be underweight to that cohort of players this week. Can that bury me? Easily, yes, but you got to make some stands here and there. So I'm gonna have a little bit less of Burrow and Chase and Higgins. Like, I don't know, like that team is very, like, just after last week alone, like if they put up a good fight against the Ravens, I'm like, okay, you know what, this is different. But like this team just feels like they lost the whole fight is gone in that team. Like their fight is done. They're done playing hard. Like that's the vibes are not great, man. Miami also gave up. Yeah, they're probably giving up as well. So could just be like bad vibes bowl. They both do good on offense, or bad vibes bowl. They both suck in offense. And it's a disgusting game. I think one of Higgins or Chase are going to do good, but I would not be surprised in any way, shape, or form if like that game disappoints from like a perspective of like, okay, Chase only got me 12 points or whatever. Burrow only got 10. I could be really wrong, but think about it this way. Chase was like, oh my God, like Burrow to Chase, the smash of all smashes this week, and then they put up 0 real life points last week. Chase has a fine game, not a game you need, not a game that's winning you any money on that slate, but like a game that's good. But like that, I think that could happen again. I think they score more than 0 points, but I think they could have a disappointing day on offense, just like they did last week, when no one expected it to happen. And you're not getting a discount on it either. It's not like you're paying like second round Chase or anything like that. So I don't know. Just a little hesitant on it. Higgins autocorrect. Yeah, Ravens D is better. Yes, for sure. Miami D is not good, but they've been better. They have been better. Nurse Ramo coming back off injury and eliminated. London MHG. Higgins. Yeah. Yeah, I've been buried by London a few times, so I'm a little bit terrified he's going to drop like another 3 touchdowns on my head. But I feel the same way. I like Higgins. And then I'm like thinking maybe the MHA stuff could just be like, well, now we have 3 weapons, so the offense is less consolidated. So like, you know, a little less for McBride, a little less for Michael Wilson, a little bit for MHJ. Like, is that going to like mean no one's useful? Is it going to mean only one of them is useful? Like, what is it going to look like? Or is the game just so good where like they score a lot of points where, you know, all, you know, 2 of them are useful, maybe even all 3, and you want pieces of them? It's really hard to say. I wish I could jam Michael Wilson, but now that they're both out, I'll probably get a little bit of both, but I want to have a lot. I really thought last week was going to be the week where they actually got stopped on defense the whole game. Nope, not even close. Michael Wilson did fine. McBride did awesome. It's crazy. Okay, we'll do a few more. 103, Achan, Amon-Ra. Let's get Amon-Ra again. Do another BR going. We'll see if we can get a fullback dive or not. Bijan feels pretty awesome this week too. I like the Gibbs. Like Gibbs is just a hard one to not take at 1, but like they both feel awesome. I don't know what I was doing. Like at the beginning of the week, I was like, I'm just gonna keep taking Achan a little bit early, but I should have known better. It seemed pretty obvious that was gonna get flipped. I didn't do it every time, but I did take some HN like 102 shares, which feels stupid right now. HN at 9. Yeah. I would have liked that. Let's get Mike Evans. Shuck, Jawan, Brees Hall, and another running back. Can be Rico. Yeah, I like this. This is a good little low-owned squad here. JMO falls to me. I might be tempted to grab though. Let me get Bijan here. Rico. Shuck. Let me get Bijan. Come on, baby. Damn it. HN at 4, huh? Let's get Chase. Good old Mr. Shuck. Still waiting on 3 for the fullback dive of Reno, so might not get that one. Hoping so. Hoping I can get played. I want to do it, but we'll see. Like, don't get so lucky. Chase Cook. Fine with me. Absolutely fine with me. GC, Jawan Johnson, Brees Hall, very simple picks there. Yeah, Metcalf and Gibbs, just those two little pieces are pieces I want a lot of. I think just that Pittsburgh game, like finally Pittsburgh feels like they're going to get pushed into a game environment that they don't like to be in, which everyone that plays the Lions is kind of in that situation where it's just kind of like friendly for the offenses because their defense is so bad and their offense is so good. That's usually good for the offenses in general. So I feel like that's a good spot to dive into. So I'm all in on getting some Pittsburgh pieces, Gainwell and Metcalf specifically. Let's get another Fannin team here. Aaron Jones is in the mix, I suppose. Brees Hall, Gainwell. Rico feels pretty great. I mean, he got 17 touches last game. Chuba could definitely snipe him. I think I'm buying the Hampton bounce back game. I mean, give him 15 carries again against this defense. Maybe push to 20, get a couple catches. I mean, that feels pretty good to me in a game that they should score points. I'm into Hampton this week. I think I'm gonna be pretty overweight on Hampton. And then, like I said, I'm just gonna have a pretty good amount of the Shuck Olave. I think Shuck Jawan's my favorite way to play it because you get the double low owned pieces, which I think is super valuable. A lot of sharp people on Shuck this week, which feels okay because they just got a dynamite matchup against the Jets. Just struggling to stop anyone. Let's go Hampton, Burrow, Waddle. Hampton, Burrow, Waddle. We'll give a little Waddle love here. And I'm not going to get the fullback die to fill, so I'm just going to keep ripping BRs. They grab water real quick. Feeling dizzy for some reason. I'm power through this thing though. I want to get this stream going for a little longer. Playoff best ball is almost here. We're gonna be crushing some damn playoff best ball, man. So much fun. Doing some FFPC contest as well. We're gonna be in the Matrix for sure. Got for music here. Can we change to a little bit of Persona stuff here? On the clock, we got Mr. Gibbs on this team at the 102. Fullback die is not going to fill. I'm just going to leave that lobby. I'll join some. I'll get a couple in by the end of the week. I will grab Burrow first just to make sure I don't get sniped by some cheese here. Never really know. Get Waddle. Seems good. Yeah, Hampton's going to be one guy I'm going to have a lot of that could really easily screw me over with, like, we see the Vidal Hampton split again. They're going pretty run heavy, which I guess somewhat makes sense with the banged up O-line. I thought they'd do more screen passes to them, but they don't really seem like they're doing that. But that offense is pretty broken. But Dallas is pretty bad on defense, and they always give it up to the passing game. So if we get some chunk plays to the backs, chunk plays to Ladd, Herbert's pretty interesting in that regard. James Cook just feels like a no-brainer pick. I don't know if that's incorrect or correct, but he just feels really, really safe right there, like a very safe pick at the turn, and I'm going to be taking him pretty much anytime I can, I think. Usually don't want to like echo those words like, oh, James Cook is a safe pick. That's why I take him every time. Tends to not work out all the time, but I don't know. It feels pretty good to me. I don't take Achane, I take Chase, and then I take Waddle on the other side to kind of combat that a little bit. Maybe we don't see much PPR scam to Achane with the Ewers at quarterback. Let's do another one. Let's keep on jamming. Let's go Gibbs, Pickens, Hampton. I'm pretty scared of the Pickens stuff. He's been really so inconsistent. Doesn't look like he cares. But I'm gonna try to get some more Pickens in my life here. Especially just kind of like play that game to be fun, which it should be. And just get two pieces of that game whenever I can. Whether that be Hampton plus Lamb, Ferguson plus Ladd, whatever it may be. Herbert plus whatever, there's a lot of options there for you. So we do our Gibbs Metcalf again and get Rodgers on this one. I think that could be interesting. Metcalf, Rogers, and then get whatever tight end I feel like getting. Let's go scroll to Jawan on this one. Feels decent. I can't believe the Bailey stuff, man. Like Bailey, like legit being like the wide receiver 1 gets hurt. Kind of shocking, honestly. Did not have that on my bingo card by any stretch of the imagination. Got the good old turn pick. See full bite dives open. See where we're at on the full bite dive. Oh wow, can't take Metcalf now. Damn. Oh man, what would I do? I guess I'll just have to take Justin Jefferson. Oh no. But the JJ Hawk double. Huh. On the clock over here. Nico Lamb has got to be pretty unowned, I would think, as a combo. So I'll go there. It's got with Cousins with Bijan. Interesting. Let's get Jawan again. Well, this guy just did it, so I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Good matchup. I think it's probably fine. I mean, he just got what did he get last week? Like 25 points, maybe 30. 26 points. Like, he's not playing the Bucks every week, but if he gets you 26 points, you're damn happy. I think you stack him with Bijan or London or Pitts, preferably the top 2 there. But I mean, I don't see a problem with it at all. Seems okay to me. Full disclosure, I don't think I'll be touching him, but I don't think there's a thing wrong with doing it. I think it's pretty decent, actually. I do need to get more Bijan, though. I feel like I'm really low on Bijan, and he feels like a jam. Could obviously get Tyler Algier, but he feels pretty good this week. Okay, we'll go about the hour 50 mark, probably. So about 20-ish minutes, 25 minutes. So probably 50 minutes of drafting, and then 10 minutes Pickems. Get out of here then. Seems fun to me. So full by dive is still at 3, just stuck perpetually. McCarthy, Pickens, JJ, Jawan, Hampton, Gibbs. Solid. So I got to make sure I get a Gibbs, Metcalf, Rogers team. Kind of just builds itself there. Shuck for me. You get the rushing upside. He's already had like 2-3 good games. I like Shuck. But in terms of matchup, they're about the same. Got my guy. A lot of these guys I've met. Pretty cool. Gibbs is back. All right, we're back on the clock. Shit. Bowers, ETN. I don't want to take. Yeah, let's take Gadsden instead. Do that, and then let's roll like Bo Nix Franklin or something. How's that feel? Decent, I think. Let's have some fun with that. All right, so this is the Gibbs team. We're gonna get the Gibbs, Metcalf, Rodgers team here. And like I said, I wish I could take a Pittsburgh tight end, but just, one of them is gonna have a good game. I think there's no reason to like take that risk. My opinion. Where is Scatterboo drafted next year? What was it, like a broken leg? What happened? What was his injury? Scatterboo injury report. Fractured fibula. I mean, it wasn't good, obviously, but like it's probably better than like the worst injuries that he could have had. Like the season, like they're obviously season ending regardless there, but there's worse injuries he could have suffered there. So in that case, that's like, it's just a classic case of like his price is not going to be as low as you think it's going to be. You're going to have to pay up for Scatterbo. Like he's going to be, if I had to guess, like right now, see if I clip this and come back to it later on, but like big board ADP for Scatterbo is going to be, what the clock, hold on. Let's get Bucky and we need Metcalf, right? Let's get Bucky, Metcalf, and there. Sorry, I wasn't showing that screen. Here we go. We're back here again. Franklin's just a dumb pick, right? We do unstack Denver unless we get Sutton. Sutton's like probably the only one that's worth taking. Maybe just go unstacked, really. I mean, give me unstacked with McMillan. It's probably better. They love spreading the ball around. Might be ill-advised to take a Franklin that seems kind of out of pocket. Pat Bryant was getting a lot of work. He's back. Probably not a good idea. We could go... I think we just do like Worthy Scroll. How's that sound? Worthy. Nah, we go Rico. Rico over Brees. Let's go Rico and Bo Nix. I think that's kind of, you want to just get any amount of Bo Nix you can get unstacked. I think is probably the way to play it. If you want to play the Evan Ingram revenge game, I guess you do that too. Scatterboo is going to be, he's going to be like a 5th round pick, probably. I'm guessing. If he plays the whole year, like just think about it this way. If he plays the whole year, where is he going? He's literally like a 2-3 turn pick, probably a 2nd round pick. So you get a little bit of a discount, maybe like a 4th round pick. Yeah. He feels like that Damian Piercy type pick on his 2nd year, except for he just got hurt. Damian Pierce just had a good season, but he was low drafted. But I think Scatterboo's clearly a good player, and he's going to be useful again. So, all right, let's keep rolling. Yeah, he's going to be like a 3rd or 4th round pick, I think. Like he would have gone higher had he finished the season, but you're going to get a little discount. But like people are like, oh man, he's in the 4th round. This is kind of high. I think that's kind of the reaction it's going to be for a lot of people. It's just because the market is so smart. That's my thought, though. We got Gadsden. Gadsden feels really good this week. Let's do Gadsden, Rodgers, and then receiver. We just get like McMillan, or we hit Waddle, BTJ. Prefer them with their quarterback. Worthy's probably worth a shot late as well. He might just be out of sight, out of mind. Like Chiefs are still going to throw the ball. could be a slop game. That might actually be good. What's up, Adam? Taking Shuck this week? Yeah, I like Shuck a lot this week. All right, so let's get Gadsden, and then let's get. I think McMillan's my favorite play of this lot, so I'm gonna take McMillan. And then we take Rogers, so we get Gibbs, Bucky, Metcalf, McMillan, Gadsden. A lot of players I like. Metcalf's not really one of my guys, but cool player. The touchdown last week was pretty sick. Just absolutely bodying people. All right, let's do one more. Well, we got a couple going, but let's do one more. I just started it, and then I have one that just opened up here. So basically 2 more drafts, and we'll get out of here after the Pickems. Man. These Cleveland guys are doing awful. Tyson, man. Holy crap. Trolling right now. Hopefully we can have a good second half. Brutal. All right. Got the 104, 105 here. Let's do. Just keep taking a Monroe then, I guess. Dude, can I get more? Can I get some more Bijan, man? Come on, man. All right, so this is a Rodgers team. Easy money. What's happening here? H-An again. Yeah, H-An's. He'll be fine, I think. Share this tab. Nico, Lamb. Just taking Lamb. I'm just taking Lamb, dude. Lamb is too good to not be taking him. All right, so let's see what we could do on this H-An team. Let's get another, like... Let's have some fun with this H-An team again. Let's get an 80 Mitchell, Jawan, Shuck. Mitchell, Jawan, Shuck. And you know they're running back. That running back could be let's get Bucky. H-N Bucky. And then we'll go from there. We'll get 80 Mitchell, another receiver. I think maybe like Jags receiver with 80 Mitchell. Or actually just do like JJ, 80 Mitchell, Jawan, Shuck. I think that seems okay. And then let's do this team. Let's make this team a T-Law team. Let's go T-Law, Brian Thomas, lowest owned parts, and then give me like whatever at running back. Bucky would be cool. I'll take Bucky. Gainwell, yeah, I'm gonna take some Gainwell. Like, regardless of like what's been happening with the stuff with Warren, like, you just can't, like, these are solid scores. 15, 25, 26 is great, obviously. 13, 16, 15. Those are all like usable. I don't know if the ceiling's there, but I mean, they're all fine. And he's actually, if he would have ran hot on touchdowns, like some of these weeks, like last week got a touchdown, this week got a touchdown, he's got 21 points. Like 15 half PPR points before scoring is pretty damn strong. Let's see here. I think we go Fannin Hampton here. Fannin Hampton. All right. On the clock over here, we'll get Jefferson, Shuck, 80 Mitchell, Jawan. Easy. And then we'll hit up the Pickem lobby. Hampton, Fannin, and then we get BTJ, Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, I'm going to make a note. I need more Jags Denver stacks. Jags Denver pieces and BR. Yeah, I think it's probably wrong that game is, I don't know. If you want to talk about every piece on that in that game, it's basically like 20% of the, I don't know, that's just a ballpark number, but like 20% of the pieces in that whole game are getting drafted. The rest of them are just undrafted. It seems pretty crazy to me. Jags, there you go. ETN's the only one being drafted right now at a high clip. Denver, Harvey being drafted decently, Sutton being drafted decently, Knicks being drafted a little bit. Like that, I don't know, that doesn't seem right to me. Especially when we're betting on offenses that like have nothing to play for. Like, obviously, the garbage time could get there, or teams that just because they have nothing to play for doesn't mean they're not going to perform. I don't know. I'm just kind of really into that game, and it could be really dumb, but I'm going to be trying to get a heavy exposure to that game because it just doesn't feel like it should be undrafted. Doesn't feel like it should be undrafted in my eyes. Last round, Michael Wilson available potentially here. Is that something I want to do? Kind of. It's like you want to stack T-Law, but you don't want to stack Bo Nix. It's just kind of an interesting dynamic. I'll leave Michael Wilson by the wayside here. So we got Shuck, Achan, Bucky, Jefferson, Jawan, 80 Mitchell. 80 Mitchell feels awesome this week, honestly. So yeah, we're gonna get undrafted Michael Wilson here. Is that's probably fine? Yeah. So we got 9 targets last week, 6 the week before, 12 the week before. Putting up decent scores. I think he can do it again. All right, I like this. Oh no, Wilson's gonna get drafted. Well, he can't. No, he can't get drafted. This guy's taking a quarterback. This guy's taking a tight end. Interesting. All right. Pick'em's time. I wanted to show you this one. Sorry. Here you go. Here's the team I was showing you. Shuck, Jawan Johnson. Here's the team. Jesus. T-Law, Amon-Ra, Lamb, Brian Thomas, Hampton, and Fannin. All right. Okay, we'll hang out for another 5-ish minutes. We'll get our Pickems going. Let's get it going, everybody. Okay. Change up the vibe here. Okay. All right. So what I was going to start with is this. We got DK Metcalf, yards, 80 Mitchell. I just do this straight up like I did last time and do the same thing again. Millen, what's he going to be? 60, 55. Yeah, that feels great. So I'm going to do that. Throw 50 on that bad boy. Throw that right in. Share it. Get the link going here. Pick 'em. 3-pick. Hit this one last week. Hopefully you can hit it again. Throw that in the chat arena. All right, so then we'll just pretty simply just like ratchet it up a little bit. Hit these to like take him to 90. Take Metcalf to like 90 or 100. Take Metcalf to 100, and then take 80 Mitchell to like 70, and just play that the same kind of way. I guess go to 80. Yeah, there you go. 80, 90, 100. There you go. Easy. 70x. 10 buckaroos on that one. Have some fun with that one. Okay, those are 2 down already. What else do we want to do? 3-pick alt. Okay. Slating stuff is so annoying. He got so many targets, just could not get there, but that's kind of the way he is. So one of these weeks he's gonna pop off. Tends to do that once a year. All right, let's see what we're gonna do here. We wanted the Jags Denver game, so let's go Brian Thomas. I think you just play all of this like pretty standard over or something. He's like Myers, like receptions. Like give me Myers 5.5 receptions. I think that seems good. 6 catches for Myers. Yeah, that seems okay. Denver. Let's go like. This is the hard part. The Denver stuff is really annoying. Let's do Knicks instead. Hit them at completions of... Like, let's hit it to 28. I think that seems okay. And then we can go, like, another Jags guy here. Like, get Strange in here. Take Strange over receiving yards. Play it that way. It's 20x. Do we want to add, like, one Denver guy to do something? Like, what does Harvey receptions do in this situation? Like, anything? Is it even worth doing? Like, Harvey 4 catches, is that worth? 36x, if I add that. If I take Bo Nix, just a normal line for Bo Nix, just take his yards. What does that look like then? Way worse, which is, I guess makes sense since I'm playing. But I thought it would, thought it would dock me more. It probably is, but I'm just not noticing it. So we'll do the 28 again. Get Bo Nix out of here. 36x. That feels pretty good. So 4 of those catches go to Knicks. Knicks spreads the ball around, and then, you know, the passing game gets there for the Jags. That feels fun. Let's do that. 25 bucks on that. 27 bucks, 28 bucks. We get that to 1,000. That's fun. Can't wait for that one to be full reverse Pickem, but I still like it. All right, Jags, Denver. Jacksonville, Denver. Okay, one more. Let's do like the double alt play. Let me look at my exposures real quick and just see. And it can't be any of the guys I already have. Let's see. Hampton. Hampton's probably number 1 on the list, I think. Hampton, I already took Jawan, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't take Jawan yet. Oh, yeah, Hampton, Jawan for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, we're doing that. Jawan Johnson. Is there any... No boost for me? Brutal. Yeah, we'll do a Hampton, Jawan. Sliders, paradise. So, Jawan had a 6-catch game. Touchdown is 1.5. Just hoping gets like a big yardage total. So let's go to like, let's go 80. You could go to 90, but let's be a little more modest about it. Let's do that. And then Hampton, I think I'm going to nuke his. Yeah, I'm going to nuke that up to like 100 yards. I think that seems pretty fun. 63x. Obviously don't expect these to hit, but they do hit from time to time. I think I have this Pickem still here. Okay, there's the Pickem I didn't put in there yet. And then a Hampton, and Jawan alt. Okay. We're going to put 15 on that bad boy. 16 on that bad boy. Got to make it 1,000. so it doesn't count. The only time I've hit a big one is when I didn't. I played a 1097X and that hit. Didn't matter. Still counts. Would have been nice if I was showing the damn screen. Here's what I did. Hampton. I'll show you guys proof in case you think I'm a dirty liar. I did Hampton to 100, and then I did Jawan to the second to last scroll for like a 66X or something like that. Right there. Yeah, 63 already changed. That seems crazy. It already changed. It's 15. I did 16, right? No, it didn't change. I think I'm just tripping. 63X. Yeah, it didn't change. Okay, it's tripping. But yeah, here's the Pickem. So yeah, excited for this slate. Should be fun. Definitely gonna do more drafts. I'm not done with this week yet in terms of the drafting started. And then hopefully we can get one finals team. With my volume, I think one is very good. If I get two, that's like insanely, or I mean, feels awesome. 3 is crazy, but 1 or 2 would be great. Especially that Puka team, the big board would be cool to get that one through. That'd be pretty dope. So, anyways, appreciate you guys hanging out. That was a good old time. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, the content. Sorry about the little break in the middle, but hopefully you enjoyed the content still. I'll leave the Pickems in the chat if you want to check those out later on. If you want to tail them, do whatever you want. Don't expect them to hit, but hey, they got a chance, and I've hit some nice Pickems. So maybe this will be another week I hit. Last week I hit the 3-pick. Maybe I'll do it again. Who knows? So, anyways, appreciate you guys hanging out. It's been a fun season so far. We got a lot more fun down the pipeline. We got the best ball playoffs just still rolling on. We got some season-long stuff we'll talk about. We got the playoff best ball coming up soon, just in a few weeks for playoff best ball already. And then we got, other playoff contests on other sites that are really fun. Been doing a lot of DK stuff, so we'll talk about that too. Maybe do some of that on a stream. Yeah, it's been an absolute blast of a season. It's not over yet, so good luck, everybody. Good luck in whatever you're doing. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. And as always, find value in everything you do. And good luck in the semifinals, guys. We'll see you guys later next week. And yeah, take care. Good luck. Happy holidays. If I don't see you guys until after the holidays. And yeah, appreciate you guys all being here. And anyone that was here that I helped out, leave a like, drop a sub. Either way, just trying to do this for fun, trying to have some fun on the side, and learn and become a better player. And hope others, even if it's just one person, become a better player and think of things in a better way. So anyways, find value in everything you do. We'll see you guys next time. And good luck this week. Hopefully Puka is not the only 40 pointer this week. Peace, guys.